Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be discussing the consensus versus conflict debate. So, an important difference between different sociological perspectives is whether they see society as based on agreement or harmony, and that's consensus, or based on disagreement or lack of harmony, conflict. So, the consensus approach sees society in a positive way, but the conflict approach views society much more critically. So the consensus approach argues that order and stability in society depend on cooperation between individuals and groups who work together for the common good. Functionalism is a consensus approach, and this views that society is based on value consensus. That is, that the majority of people agree with society's norms and values. Okay, so functionalism. So consensus arises through the process of socialization. This is both primary and secondary, during which people learn society's norms and values. According to functionalism, social order is based on consensus, and order is maintained over time because most people support the rules and agree to stick to them. And now let's consider the conflict approach. So the conflict approach views society as based on conflicting interests between groups rather than on consensus. So Marxism and feminism are both examples of conflict theories. Marxism sees capitalist societies as based on class conflict between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, and social order is maintained over time partly because the bourgeoisie have the power to enforce order by influencing things such as the laws that are passed, for example. So radical feminism argues that society is patriarchal, and so this just means that society is based on the power of men over women. So feminism explores the workings of patriarchy within social structures such as family, education, the workplace, and the criminal justice system. So for example, they see family life as mainly based on male dominance, and this is reflected in men's desire to control decision-making and even things like domestic violence. Okay, so which of the approaches that we've discussed is a consensus approach? It's a functionalist society. And what are feminism and Marxism examples of? So they are examples of conflict. Great. Okay, so this is everything we need to discuss about the consensus versus conflict debate. I really hope this helped you guys out. Thanks for listening.